of going over what to expect during the actual exam. Hopefully all of your training is going well. And for those of you who have qualified and have been sent the test vouchers or the G-Metrics test prep, then you'll be eligible for a free exam voucher. Let me go ahead. So just to give you a brief background of what the actual program is, just as a refresher, on November 6th, we launched this program as a way to kind of promote economic development and just offer free training for Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint 2013. So all of you actually have 180-day access to training. So that means that you'll have access to this training as well as the other 5,000 plus SkillSoft courses until May 2015. So you can access that training, unlimited amount from any computer with internet access. It's completely up to you how little or how much you want to do, but we highly recommend taking advantage of it if you do have that access. So this is just the layout or the actual program, just to give you kind of an overview of what it was. Like I said, there was the launch November 6th at SMCC as well as CMCC. And then about 2 weeks after that, we had 3 different webinars from SkillSoft mentors. We were able to record those and send those out as well. So that was just an additional feature given to individuals. On December 8th, we actually gave the first 100 individuals to complete training practice tests to qualify for the next step. So we actually only had a handful of individuals qualify for this, and the first deadline was December 1st, but we extended it to December 8th. So total, we have about 10 people who may be eligible for the actual certification exam at free of cost. Today, of course, is an informational webinar about the certification itself. And then this Friday will be the deadline to pass the practice test, so the G-Metrics access that we had given you. Once you pass that, what we'll do is we'll send you an email on Monday to give you, Monday the 15th, to give you access to your actual free certification voucher. And at that time, during that week or when convenient to both you and the community college, you'll schedule to actually take your exam on site at the community college. So both sites, SMCC and CMCC, will have become Certiport authorized testing centers. So you'll be able to actually go on site there and take your exam. So I know you all have been given access to the G-Metrics test prep, and you had sent the access code via email and these instructions as well, but I've included it here just so you have that information. The G-Metrics test prep is valid for 1 year. However, as I mentioned, you'll have to complete the training in testing mode by this Friday, December 12th. So what we'll do is we'll take a look on Monday to see those individuals who have completed it. If you have completed it, you will be guaranteed a free exam voucher for the designated exam. So whether that's Excel, PowerPoint, or Word, you'll be given a free voucher plus a retake if you should happen to not pass the first time. And the only stipulation for that is you have to pass or take your G-Metrics test prep by this Friday. So this is just kind of a brief overview of what to actually expect for your exam. So you'll be testing on either Excel, PowerPoint, or Word 2013 application. What will happen is you'll go to the community college, once you actually schedule your exam, and you'll take an online exam. So this is going to be administered through Certiport. So this is a proctored exam. It's going to be 90 minutes long. And what it is, it's actually a unique format because you're actually going to be given, and this is new for Certiport in 2013 Microsoft Office, but you're going to be given a short project. So you're actually going to be simulated as if you're in the application. So let's say you're in Excel 2013. They're going to give you a short project with different tasks that build upon each other so that you're actually, you're being tested in what you know, and it's a real-world experience. What I'll do now is I'll actually show you a nice video that I thought was very helpful in kind of understanding what the exam is about. And this is actually a video from Microsoft Office and Certiport together. So let me just go ahead Oops. Okay. Let's put this on full mode.
Welcome, Microsoft Office Specialists. My name is Brianna Roberts from Microsoft Learning. With me is Sinead Hogan from Certiport. Thank you, Brianna. It's great to be here. For those of you who don't know, Certiport is Microsoft's official exam delivery partner for the Microsoft Office Certification Program. Today, we'd like to talk about the new exam format for Microsoft Office Specialist 2013 exams, or MOS exams for short. Office Specialist exams have always been performance-based, and that remains the same. What is new is the way Certiport is using live in-app testing within MOS 2013 exams. That's right, we're switching from the node format, where you perform 20 to 30 unrelated short tasks, and we're moving to a single project, where test takers will create a complete document from a set of guidelines. Sounds interesting. For comparison, Sinead, let's take a look at the MOS 2010 testing format. Good idea. MOS certifications use Certiport's leading-edge testing technology to challenge a user's ability to perform real-world tasks live in the real Office application. As you can see here, I only have one independent task to perform. That's definitely a great way to test for Office proficiency. If you don't mind me asking, why make a change if it's such a great testing format? That's a good question, Brianna. While MOS exams have led the world in performance-based testing, the new MOS exams have been designed to test the candidate's ability to use an Office application in a way that's more closely aligned with how they would use it every day. After all, you're rarely asked to bold or highlight text, but you are asked to create a document that meets certain standards or guidelines. Can you show me what you mean? Sure, let's have a look. Besides being in the sleek new version of Microsoft Office, you'll notice some other updates to the testing window for MOS 2013 exams. I can see that. What are all those new windows? We've created what we call a tiled testing interface. Each tile is customizable and can be resized or moved around the screen to meet your needs. Nice. So how do I best use these tiles in an exam? Well, first, there's the reference window. This contains a picture of what your final project file should look like. It's small, deliberately, so we don't agonize over unimportant details. Detailed, precise specifications for how to complete your project are contained here in the instructions window. And any resources like text or images that you'll need to complete your project are here in the resources window. Okay, now let's do one of the tasks in this exam. I need to change the page orientation to landscape. So in the page layout ribbon, I'll select orientation and choose landscape. There. Task complete. I can see why there's so much excitement about the new Office 2013 testing experience, but I'm sure people will have a lot of questions about this new format. Like, will I have enough time? Just like any other certification experience, test takers should complete as much of the exam as possible in the time allowed. So what happens if time runs out? The time limit for MOS 2013 exams is still 50 minutes. So as with prior Office exams, time management is important. If you do run out of time, the exam system will score your project based on its state at the moment the exam time expires. It sounds like the key is to prepare well for the exam, so you don't lose time trying to learn about a new feature during the exam experience. Correct. And this is a good time to remind test takers to save their work frequently while taking the Office 2013 exams. A reminder will pop up on the navigation bar frequently to encourage you to save your work. In the event of a computer crash or power outage, you can restore your testing session to the most recent save. That's good advice to keep in mind during the test, Sinead. Actually, that's a helpful tip for anyone, whether in school or at the office. So, while I'm taking the test and time's running short, how can I gauge if I've done enough to pass? That's a tough question to answer, because it depends on how accurate your work has been on the exam. Ultimately, it's best to pace yourself to finish all of the instructions in the exam to allow for some errors in your work. Remember, you can keep track of your progress using the checkboxes in the project instructions. These checkboxes have no effect on scoring. They're there to help you keep track of which parts of the project you've completed so far. That's helpful, Sinead. So, once I finish the exam, assuming I pass, of course, will the score report look any differently? While the exam experience has been enhanced, the score report that we've all come to know and love will remain unchanged. That certainly is comforting. Seeing these exam format updates makes me think that students should prepare a little bit differently for Office 13 exams. Absolutely. On previous MOS exams, I would focus on mastering individual tasks like formatting a document or creating tables. Now, it seems like I need to understand how this all fits together as part of building a brochure, or an information sheet, or a project presentation. I couldn't have said it better myself, Brianna. Instructors aren't going to need to make any monumental shifts in the way they teach Microsoft Office to students. Breaking the application into bite-sized bits to master principles is still key and fits traditional education models. The only adjustment that instructors may need to make is to help students learn how to tie all of these tasks together into projects that show overall mastery of the application. That makes sense. Not only has the testing experience been enhanced, but you're preparing and practicing skills you do every day. Exactly. Well, we hope this has been helpful for you and will make your transition to the new MOS 2013 testing experience even better. For more information about the MOS certification program, visit our pages on Microsoft.com. And now that you're all ready to take the new Office exams, go to certiport.com/MOS to learn how to register to take the exams and for additional resources to prepare you or your students for MOS 2013 exams. Thanks for joining us, and good luck on your test.
So that was just a brief overview, which I thought it was helpful because you could actually see what the exam will look like. But as I had mentioned in there, the exam is 50 minutes long. I had said in the previous slide that it was 90 minutes long, but it is 50 minutes long. And as I had mentioned, what I would recommend doing is going to both these links, which one is to Microsoft directly, and then one is to Certiport as well. So these links will really provide you with exam objectives, and then there's also an additional preparation guide on Certiport. So what I would recommend is going through these exam objectives, knowing and understanding how to do those tasks involved will help you in actually preparing for the exam. In addition, when you're taking the G-Metrics, make sure that you're taking it in 2013. You know, I understand you can take it in training or testing mode. We want you to take it in testing mode so you get the experience of being in a timed exam, but you're more than welcome to do it in the training mode as well. In addition, if you're going through exam objectives and you find, you know, oh, I need to brush up on one of these exam objectives, you know, creating a table within Word. What you can do is you can go back into the SkillSoft courses via Metrics Learning, and you can take a look at the different you know, subjects that you want to. So you don't have to retake a whole course. You can, you know, really focus in on a particular subject if you just want a little refresher on that. So to schedule your exam, for SMCC, what you're going to do is contact Brenda. You can contact her via email or by phone. And then for CMTC, you're going to want to contact Dan, and you'll contact him by phone. So I'll provide this information in an email as well to help you understand. And now for questions and answers. So at this time, at this time I'll unmute you. So if you have any questions, I know there's only 2 callers on right now, but if you should have any questions, just feel free to go ahead and ask.
I just did the Excel 2013. Am I going to have the same opportunity when I do the Word?
Sure. So yes, you will have the same type of training. What you'll do is, within Metrics itself, there is in a tab that says Catalog within the top navigation panel. Underneath that tab, there's several options, and there's one of them that's called Industry Certifications. So you'll go to that, and what you can do is add all of the training for Microsoft 2013 into your training plan. And then what will happen is, although your voucher won't be paid on our behalf, you'll have to pay for your certification voucher for Word 2013 if you wish to pursue it. But you could still take the training through Metrics and then test at SMCC following that.
Okay. So there's a place for me to load all the classes for Microsoft Office. Do I just select Microsoft Office and then it loads all them up?
Yep, so what will happen is if you go to the catalog and click Industry Certifications, there's going to be a drop-down, and it will give you kind of options to go through. So it will say, okay, you're interested in desktop certifications, and then from there you go to Microsoft Office, and then all of those courses you'll be able to populate into your plan in regards to Word 2013. So it's the same type of training, just instead of Excel, it's Word.
Okay, good, good.
Yep.
And that's the same thing with anything in the drop-down windows, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay, cool. Because that's my next step. I just need to do the online first step test.
Yes,
And then,
so what you'll do next is the G-metrics test. So, downloading the G-metrics and then making sure you do need the 2013 application for that. So if you don't have it, what you'll have to do is contact, since you're from SMCC, contact Brenda so that you can take those exam preps at SMCC. And then
nope, I have it. So.
Okay, perfect. So once you take that, like I said, because there was only a small amount of people who actually qualified for the test prep, everyone who does pass that or take it by this Friday will receive their exam voucher on Monday.
Okay, cool. And then I'll be able to sign up for the opportunity to take the test at SMCC.
Correct. So what will happen is in the email on Monday, you'll get your exam voucher code, and then there will be information on how to register for a Certiport account, which you need in order to take the exam. Then at that time, what you'll do is schedule a time with Brenda, which is convenient for both of you, which you can take the exam at SMCC. And if for some reason you don't pass the first time, you'll have 30 days to actually take the exam again. So
okay,
within that time frame, you can go back into metrics learning, brush up on some certain things, and try again.
Okay, cool.
Sure. Do you have any more questions, Diane?
Nope, I'm all set.
Okay, great. Well, if you or anyone does have questions, feel free to shoot us an email. But we wish you the best of luck on your exam.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.